Most, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. For the new listeners, Yahweh is the true Hebrew name of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shai is the true Hebrew name of His only begotten Son. And to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the hopeful elect, pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. To the Israelite foreigners scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Hey, set this up, Mike. The four corners of the earth who may look like the heathen nations. And to the very few sisters that listen and learn, to you, Shalom. All right, we're the brothers from Great Millstone, Chicago, coming at you another weekend of prophesying the downfall of this present evil, wicked world. All right. Let's grab that Jeremiah 28:8 to kick it off.
Jeremiah 28:8. And it says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. The prophet which prophesied of peace when the word of prophet, the prophet which prophesied of peace when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord have truly sent him.
So the point is, as a matter of fact, grab that Ecclesiastes 1:9. It says the prophets that been before me of old. And that was Jeremiah speaking. And he was a prophet. So he said the prophets that were before him prophesied against nations, kingdoms, other tongues of what? Pestilence, all right, wars. And that's what's going on right now. You got that? Yep, go ahead.
Ecclesiastes 1:9, the thing that has been, it is that which shall be done, and that which is done is that which shall be done. Now read that point again. The thing that hath been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun.
There's nothing new under the sun. So just like Jeremiah said, the prophets before me of old prophesied of the things that are to come to pass, you know. Hey, there's nothing new under the sun, so guess what? Men of the Lord are back doing the same thing. The prophets are back doing the same thing they did in the ancient time, warning the people. All right.
Real quick, if I could jump back to verse 1, it says, the words of the preacher, the son of David, king of Jerusalem. Now, when you look up that word for preacher, that word there is kwahalaf, a collector of sentences, a preacher, a public speaker in an embassy. So that's what they were doing, man. They were public speakers.
Yep. There's nothing new under the sun, so hey, that's what the Amos 3:7. That's what the Lord does. He sends out His prophets, all right, and they got the secrets, they got the mysteries, they got the understanding.
Verse 10: is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? It had been already of old time, which was before us.
Which goes into reincarnation, you know. If you don't understand reincarnation, you don't understand the Bible. All right, that's one of the puzzle pieces to the scriptures. Is reincarnation. Ain't no YOLO, you only live once. No. Shit, you die and you come back. All right. Go ahead.
This is Sirach 27:8. If thou followest righteousness, thou shalt obtain her and put her on as a glorious long robe. The birds will resort unto their like, so will truth return unto them that practice in her.
That's right. You know, so it's the same thing with that Daniel's the 12th chapter. Get the last verse. All right. Because the ones practicing in her are going to receive that wisdom. All right. The ones who come back in the flesh that were righteous in the past, or righteous to the best of their abilities. All right, they're coming back in their stead, in their lot. Read that Daniel's real quick.
This is Daniel 12:13. But go thou thy way to the end be, for thou shalt rest and stand in thy lot at the end of the days.
right? And what was Daniel's lot? He was a prophet. So guess what? Daniel may be amongst us right now. All right, not specifically here in Chicago, but as far as the brotherhood of the men of the Yahweh Shem Shai going out and teaching this word. And guess what? That wisdom was being practiced and it came back to him. You know, he's standing in his lot.
And he was high level back then. Daniel was the president. So he would have to be high level now.
Right.
I'll just throw that in there.
Yeah, you know, he's probably one of the apostles. You know? Could possibly be one of the apostles. Alright. And but Daniel coming back now, guess what? He's gonna know more than the Daniel that was written about here. Alright, because there were some things that the prophets didn't understand in the ancient times. Alright, seeing visions of the future. They see a ICBM nuclear missile, they wrote it down as an arrow, you know, just to give you an example. They didn't have the understanding of what we do today. Like Apostle Tahar says, us today, we have more revelation, more revealing of the scriptures than the prophets did in the ancient times, you know. Hey look, the Lord sent his men out to warn the people. Alright, when you get that, hold up Ezekiel 3 and 17 on that.
Quick precept for that, 1 Corinthians 13 and 9, for we know in part and we prophesy in part. And when that which is perfect is come, then that which is in part shall be done away. And the thing is, like it also said, we see through a glass darkly. But like you said, as things are happening and things on the earth are progressing, and that glass is being wiped, we can see things more clearly. We know that, like, what Ronald Dalton say, the chariots, those are real chariots. No, that's not correct. Those chariots, it's talking about those heavenly vehicles. Of course, it talks about the physical things too, but those are done away with. It's new stuff. We're standing at the end of days, at the end of our lot. So of course the things are going to update. A glittering spirit that can go to the end of the earth. All right? They didn't know what that was. We do.
Ezekiel
3:17.
This is Salakia.
You got it?
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 3, verse 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me.
Right, so Yahweh sent out the prophets to warn, all right? Get that Jeremiah 44 and 4. All right, to warn the people, all right, stop doing wickedness. Mind you, the people he's warning are his people. All right, the Heavenly Father could care less about the other heathen nations. All right, upon contrary belief, that's what's taught in your, it really ain't a church, you know, it's a harlot house, you know. But where you learn from your so-called teachers and pastors, all right. Upon contrary belief, all right, the Heavenly Father's for His people, right? So He's warning His people. Speak unto the children of Israel, right? The sons of Israel, and warn them. So that's how the Heavenly Father deals. He warns the people ahead of time, right? Grab that Jeremiah first. That's Jeremiah 44 and 4, right? Yeah, read that first.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 44, verse 4. How about I sent unto you all my servants, the prophets, rising early and sending them, saying, oh, do not this abominable things that I hate.
Right. So the Heavenly Father sent out, they said all his prophets, you know, because there's many prophets. You know, some prophets ain't even mentioned by name, but, you know, they're still prophets, okay? So he sent them all to warn, and it says rising early, not necessarily at the break when the light hit. No, as far as while it's still time for place of repentance. You know, it's still early to get this truth before it's too late. Before it becomes that thief in the night.
So like, what's that song by John Elton? Don't let the sun. They say something like, "Don't let the sun set on the British Empire." right? Sunset. And then you go to Genesis 49, they talk about the tribe of Benjamin. It said the evening, basically said the evening got his victory, man. All right?
It's a raven in the night.
Yeah, it's labor at night. All right?
Yep. So the Lord sent his men out while there's still time to repent. All right, and you ain't gonna repent on Judgment Day when they shoot those nuclear missiles off, and you get those pranks on YouTube where they do the missile prank, and it's all like it's like a video on YouTube where you think you're watching the news when you prank somebody, and then it's like emergency. This is not a test, and they do like a fake state of emergency.
See that?
And, hey.
We saw this boy stupid cat.
When that message comes on your TV, this is not a test, and those missiles are shot off, you can't bow down and be like, oh, forgive me, God. Like, it don't work like that. The Lord, hey, you need to repent now.
I'm holding that Luke 1 and 69.
Right. Read the next verse in that.
Jeremiah 44:5, and it reads, "But they hearken not, nor incline their ear to turn from their wickedness, to burn no incense unto other gods."
And that's 2/3 of our people. They ain't gonna repent. They're not gonna listen. They're not gonna take heed. All right, and they're gonna worship these other false gods, whatever it is, anything outside of Yahweh. All right, through the order He set up. You're worshiping another god, and you can hold the same book, the same Bible that we got, but you could be worshiping a whole different God that's not the same God, the true God of the scriptures. All right?
That's right.
Go ahead.
This is Luke 1 and 69. "And have raised up a horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began."
So that's how the Heavenly Father deals. All right, through speaking through the mouth of His prophets. All right. Get Proverbs, the 1st chapter, and let's read like where it says it's like 20 something where wisdom cries about. You had something?
Yep. Isaiah 55 and 11. "So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it." All right, and the thing is, you have to have men who speak that word, who say that word. All right, that's what who the prophets are. "For ye shall go out with joy and be led forth with peace. The mountains and the hills shall break forth before you into singing," which is it's talking about the end, but the point being, the word is going forth, right, to the four corners of the earth. Then so shall the end be.
Yup. And He did it by His word to His prophets. How does the scripture go? It goes, Yahweh gave the word, and great was the company of them that published it. All right, because look, when God gave His commandments verbally, all right, in Exodus, the ones that were in the wilderness, they was like, hey, you know what, Moses, you go deal with him. We gonna deal with you. You go deal with him. Because hey, imagine that. You see the chariot come down, fire and smoke and lightning and thunder. Jake was shitting on themselves. Like, oh shit, thou shalt not. Oh, thou shalt not. Like, hey Moses, we gonna deal with you. So, you know how people be like, well, why can't God come down and do it right now? You wouldn't want that.
So
believe me.
The desire of the day.
Right, you wouldn't want God to come down right now and start rebuking that ass.
They said the same thing. We was on Mount Sinai. They said, why can we talk? They said, can he talk to you? How he talked to them? They was afraid, man.
Yeah.
His voice was so powerful, like.
Yup.
Never mind.
Right. So he speaks through his men, the prophets. All right, and they're giving you that warning, and the ones who take heed, that's great. The ones who don't, hey, that's your ass,
Yep. Real quick, Psalm 66 and 5. "Come and see the works of the Most High. He is terrible in his doing toward the children of men. turned the sea into dry land. They went through the flood on foot. There did we rejoice in him. He ruleth by his power forever. His eyes behold the nations. Let not the rebellious exalt themselves.
Right, so the power of our God is nothing to be messing around with. You know? What you got? The Proverbs?
Proverbs 1 and 20. And it reads, Wisdom crieth without. She uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of concourse.
Oh, this is it right now. This is the chief place of concourse, man. Right? On Rothschilds, whatever the name they go by, they own this. Amalek own everything down here.
Commerce.
Right, commerce, right? Not in your living room, right? Not in your mama's basement, not the library out here.
Not on the keyboard.
Right. Oh, right.
The keyboard, the letters are faded
Right.
on the keyboard for
Right.
scoffing so damn much.
I remember Nazariah from Stratified. Oh, this computer, this is the highway. What's the truth? The highway, but no, this is the actual highway. All right, we ain't see no gas like in
That's
2
the
years.
virtual highway.
Yeah. All right, virtual reality. Go ahead.
She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the opening of the gates.
Right, and we read in that, what was it, the Sirach, how the wisdom returned to them that practice in her. That's the wisdom going back out, and the ones who are going to receive it were the ones who practice in her. All right, that's where them spirits coming back. All right, and the Lord sent out his men out on the streets to give that wisdom. Go ahead.
In the city she uttereth her word, saying,
Okay,
How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity?
Right, how long you love to be basically a stupid motherfucker. That's just basically it. But y'all just fucking stupid, man. And I see all throughout on the internet, Jake bumping up they the Israelites and stuff. So they black power, native power, La Raza, you know, all that bullshit. But you talking things, but you're not one of your people of the C-Hip, you're not one about martial law. You're not preparing them. Even your beliefs, you're not preparing them like survival, you know, survival stuff. You know how to make fire, all that stuff like that. The economy, you ain't talking none. They just talking shit against the truth. All right? Scoffing and shit.
Trusting in each.
Trusting in each, because you ain't shit yourself, man. All right? Go ahead.
How long will ye simple ones love simplicity?
Right.
And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge.
Oh, yeah, they backpedaling and all this. They love coming up against the truth stuff, man. They hate this knowledge.
That shit reminds me of Charleston White when he's talking shit about the Israelites.
Yeah.
You know, he's one of those who loves to be scorning in his scorning.
Yeah.
You know, he just a love to talk shit type of motherfucker.
He's just a scorner, man.
He just love. He's a professional shit talker.
Yeah.
He said in his video, I did a lesson on it, he said that all the so-called white folks should get together and grab all the Hebrew Israelites.
They ain't gonna happen.
All right, and hang them up by their neck until they say, we ain't Israelites no more.
Well,
Hold.
hey, go
hold
ahead
on.
and do it.
Hey, get that Romans where it said put your life sacrifice. Yeah, get that.
Romans 12.
Yeah, get that. Mr. Chaz.
Finish that out though.
Right.
Con. 23, turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you, and I will make known my words unto you.
So the Heavenly Father is sending out his reproof, his correction. All right? By the spirit of his mouth. All right, making his words known unto you. How? Through the scriptures, ultimately getting the understanding from the prophets that he set up that are coming back, standing in their lot, all right, to warn the people. All right, go ahead.
It says, because I have called and ye refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded.
So the calling is happening right now. 2/3, they ain't gonna listen to this word. They're not gonna take heed. They're not gonna answer the call. All right, go ahead.
But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and would none of my reproof.
So they didn't. They counted this as nothing. The correction, the reproof, all right, to not do what that doesn't please the Father, all right, you didn't take heed to that correction. The counsel is coming out from the scriptures, all right. Go ahead.
I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you.
So this is when you get in that ass beat. This is when you get in the punishment from God that we don't want to take part of. All right. This is when you're getting judged. What are they going to do? Go ahead.
Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me.
All right, so when you're going through hell, everybody want to turn to God when they're going through some shit.
That's
They
right.
get locked up.
That's
Oh,
right.
God, please, God, if you get me out of jail. A motherfucker about to get his brains blown out. God!
Got a terminal disease and shit.
That's
You're right.
That's right.
Right, like Lil Boozy and shit. He did like a thing where he was about to die. He had some shit, and he was praying to God. But then you got a video of him saying, "I can't eat pork, man. Pussy pork. You eat pussy, you eat pork." He over here eating pork and shit, talking about,
Yeah,
"Fuck
he
you,
scoffed.
God.
Right.
Fuck you, God. I'm gonna eat this pork."
What?
You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn wicked ass goofball. All right, but when that time comes, you're gonna cry out to God. He ain't gonna hear you. He's
Well,
not gonna
He
answer.
sold out anyway.
Yeah, he a damn
Yeah,
sellout.
yeah,
He a
so-
goofball.
Right.
You know. But whenever somebody's in a fucked up predicament, shit, even an atheist, oh God,
That's
Yep.
right.
cry. The first thing they cry out to is God.
Yeah.
And you atheist, you bunch of stupid motherfucker. You try to pick argument. If you don't believe in God, stop trying to debate us. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Right. That's the right. An atheist always trying to debate somebody about God. Like
You don't believe it. Like, what's the point?
I
they
don't
can't.
believe
They
this
can't.
nonsense.
They can't disprove it.
Right.
You want us to prove it, but you can't
Hey,
disprove
we
it.
can prove it by the prophecies.
They ain't gonna hear that.
No, they ain't gonna hear it because it's gonna cut their ass and shit.
There's
That's
always
how we know. That's how we know the Most High real, because prophecy be coming true.
Oh yeah.
Right.
What's that? I think it's Ephesians. Get what you got. What you gonna read for
Mr. Charleston White.
I declare the
It was Romans 12:1.
Right.
I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service.
Right. Hear that, Charleston White? So it don't matter if all the Edomites grab us and hang us by the neck and try to make us say, I don't give a fuck, you can hang me, do anything. I ain't gonna never deny that I'm an Israelite. Right? All right, man, can we feel Yahweh Shai, Charleston White? Unlike you fear Esau. We don't give a fuck about Esau, man.
Oh,
We don't
Esau's his dad.
Right.
He worked for him.
Nobody give a fuck about this
He's
shit,
an
Charleston
informant.
White.
He worked
man.
for his daddy.
All right? Show backwards ass, man.
And look,
You got some more?
even if Esau
Go
did
ahead.
do that, hey, the scripture says, "Precious in the sight of the Lord are the deaths of his saints."
Right.
So, hey, shit, that's an honorable death, dying for Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai.
Right. That's why you'll never come to Chicago. You'll never come to LA, man. Because you done ran your damn mouth, man. Hey, man, you can't run for the Most High. Most High got vengeful spirits for you, man.
Yup.
He might do it by the hands of the brother, some of the gang bangers here in Chicago or LA, wherever they find your ass, man. All right? And you ain't going to be able to run to Esau all the time. Oh, Mr. Police, thank you, Mr. Police.
Yeah, because what he's
Right.
in for Charleston White, the position that
You're right.
what you're playing around with, you know how they say you're playing with fire?
Yeah.
What he's playing around with is the scripture says life and death are in the power of the tongue.
Yep.
So all that King Von getting fucked by the devil. Take that, King. You know how you just talking
Yeah.
shit about everybody?
Yeah.
Motherfuckers don't like that. So I mean, it's funny. Don't get me wrong. I laugh at the shit. This shit funny as
So he
hell.
bugged out his man.
But
Yeah.
but life and death is in the power of the tongue. You're
Yeah.
setting yourself up to get taken out.
Hey, they could, bad way he acted, they could put his ass in a mental institution, man. Put his ass in that white padded room. Cause look what he doing. He just building a case up against himself, man. That's how cold the Most High is, man. All right.
Put you in derision.
Put you in
Nah,
derision.
they need his ass out. Esau want his ass out here talking that shit.
Yeah, but
He talking that good shit too.
Hey, but when the Most High said the show is over, that's it, man.
Yup.
Yep. Go ahead.
Verse 2, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High. For I say, through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly, according as the Most High have dealt to every man the measure of faith. Right, then it goes into the Bible.
Right. So Charles the White, we ain't scared of no a bunch of Edomites trying to hang him. They gonna say we ain't the Israelites.
Shit, get up.
Right.
He's gonna lift up the standard.
Right.
And the enemy comes in like a flood.
Let me get this right quick. Matthew 10 and I'm sorry, but it's 24. The disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord. Verse 28. Fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul. But rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. Alright, so Charles the White will fear Esau. If we fear Esau, we won't be out here. One blank period, man. Alright? Hey, Esau, he can kill the body, but he can't kill that spirit, man. We eternal, man. We'll be gods, man. As soon as Esau killed us and put the spiritual world, we'll be right back like heavenly bodies, man, with spiritual powers. Matter of fact, we're gonna be looking at your ass while you trying to outrun the missiles and shit in America. Right, laughing at you and shit.
What does it say? No torment shall come to the souls of the righteous.
Right.
This is Isaiah 59 and 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun, which is the east.
Right.
When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard.
Right. Hey, when the flooded enemy come against those little hats, man? The minute cats. When does some soldiers and female soldiers rush in against the minute cats and stuff? All right. How come when the little girl named Annie was in the attic? How come no little minute hat relatives got those spiritual power that standard them, man?
Right.
All right, because they not the people, man. Charleston White,
Charleston Black.
right?
I'm still holding in Isaiah 46.
All right, go ahead.
Yep. And the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgression in Jacob, saith the Lord.
All right.
Well, hey, y'all better repent, man. Y'all
Right.
trying to play, with us, play with,
Play with the Yahweh, man.
playing with the Lord.
Yeah, so look, if when the enemy does come in like a flood, all right, the Lord's gonna lift up the standard. All right, the true men of the Lord gonna get spiritual powers. Yahweh willing, we're those men. He says, I'm gonna make you a sharp threshing instrument. What you gonna do with a sharp threshing instrument? Put it on display? Hell no, I'm finna use it. You know?
I got the Isaiah 46. Yep, just hold. Isaiah 46 and 10. Declaring the end from the beginning and from ancient time the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure.
You can talk all the shit you want, man. The prophecies gonna come true. Yahweh Shai gonna come back with the chariots, with the angels on the so-called UFOs. All right, all you scoffers like to say, y'all believe in the spook god.
Yeah.
But the evidence that exists in the skies every day. You can walk. I never my life, dog. I wake up every day, just look at chariot like, man. Not to say nothing, but you got so used to it, man.
Yeah.
All right. So that's a demonstration of power, man.
Right, and
Yeah.
it says he declared the end from the beginning. So this is already predestined. We're just playing out the role.
And that goes with that Isaiah 55, my word will
Yeah.
accomplish.
And going back to how he started,
You're right.
he gave his word as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets.
Hey.
So the word's going out.
Hey, did no tolls split it up? The European country, they split it up and stuff. Don't want to be part of the Hey, then slavery happened. Hey, then the economy is not gonna recover. I don't give a shit what Creepy Joe saying, man. He ain't gonna say shit, man. All right, cause I was in college, I learned about that dollars not backed by the gold standard and silver certificate is inflated, and you can't reverse it back.
Shit.
Yeah.
You go to the United States debt clock. When you go on that website, yeah, that's what's bugged out. When you go on that website,
Yeah.
you got how much United States is in debt, right?
Yeah.
Now, when you go to, it has everything. It breaks down the credit card debt. It breaks down to how much each individual needs to pay. It's bugged out. Like you're born, baby, you owe about $70,000. Like I just came from the spirit realm. I ain't even took a shit yet.
He came out the
You know,
spirit
like
realm.
I just got here. You owe us $70,000. You know that's the we're under bonds through that birth certificate.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, so we're servants as soon as we come in this place.
Written on
When
bank
you
paper.
look on that website, the U.S. debt clock, and mind you, that shit doesn't stop. The numbers keep on going. This much billion in debt. This much trillion.
Yeah.
Another trillion, and it keeps on adding up. It don't stop. So
Hey,
then,
it's a food fence. Yeah. Shit.
when you go to there's a section of gold and silver, which that's real money. Gold
Yeah.
and silver. Technically, for 1 ounce of silver, because Esau don't stop printing money. Right now, it's about like $30 for an ounce, give or take. 35. The last time I checked it, $30, give or take. But according to that's how you know Esau manipulates the markets. Because according to the United States debt clock, 1 ounce of silver is really, you're supposed to get about $35,000 for 1 ounce of silver.
Salak. That's what we ain't gonna get no damn reparations, man. Like, Esau ain't gonna give it. All right, and the Most High, he's about balance. He's not gonna give one reparation to one tribe and they can get the rest of the tribe nothing, man.
I think it's gold that is worth that much.
So gold and silver, that's the
I'm gonna look it
real
up real quick.
money right there. And that's what they supposed to pay us for reparations.
Damn, my phone died.
All right, but you niggas, man, you trolls. I mean to say you trolls, man. you ain't all right, you ain't gonna get no damn reparations, man. You ain't gonna get no dollars, no checks, and none of this shit, man. Cause this economy about to crash. Esau about to move into the digi age, man. All right.
It's going Digimon.
Right. So we did get reparations. It's supposed to be silver, gold, and other precious stones, man. All right. And they supposed to take us, put us in another land we can rebuild, but Esau not gonna do it, man.
When you go into the scriptures,
Right.
when you steal like something from your, when you get caught stealing, like if somebody has a donkey or something,
Right.
you got to pay them back that plus extra on top of that.
You know how much goddamn money they owe us, man?
That was
For destroying, matter of fact, just for destroying Jerusalem and destroying all those towns, those districts we had in West Africa, and then they gotta pay us. They gotta pay the Northern Kingdom for destroying their metropolitan area in America, and then they gotta pay us for like
you ain't got
in the
enough
modern
money
city.
for that.
Then they gotta pay us for destroying our financial districts, turn them to lakes and shit, burn them down.
Drown town.
They gotta pay us for miseducating our children, brainwashing us and shit. It's so much shit they gotta pay, man.
I know right now, I know a Jake family right now, okay? Brother died, but he he invested in silver. So he had a lot of silver. Do you know silly Jake family, they didn't care nothing about the silver. All they cared about was his actual cash in the banks.
Wow.
Now, I told him, I said, hey, that silver worth way more than the cash. Esau done stole that silver.
And now they looking like assholes.
They never cared. All they cared about was the dollars.
Dumbass.
When the silver was worth way more than all of the damn dollars.
Yeah.
And I told them, I said, you got to find out about that silver. And they never did.
Gone.
What silver?
I was just about to say that. Esau said, what silver?
This is James 5:1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted and your garments are moth-eaten. Hey, and that's what's about to happen to you Edomites who even do have silver and gold.
Right.
Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. ye have heaped treasure together for the last days.
Grab Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter.
Behold, the hirers of the laborers who have written, that goes for all of you billionaires, trillionaires, whatever, whoever got the most money, because we know y'all lie about that kind of
Right.
stuff. You heaped it together for your last days. This is it for you.
Well, they got so much money, they could pay everybody debt on the planet.
Right. They get shit. The Rothschilds can end global hunger, and it won't even put a scratch in their pocket.
Yeah.
How much was that? Oh, you peasants.
They give everybody $1 million.
Shit.
Every single person in the United States, they give $1 million and shit. And that wouldn't even, that's like 1 cent to them.
It said, behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. Right? And we're those laborers whose money is held back by fraud. Because first of all, you're supposed to pay us the same day before the sun goes down. All right, you're supposed to pay us in gold or silver, or like you said, precious stones or whatever. All right, and you're not supposed to tax the shit out of all of our damn money. They get a third of your damn tax off of taxes.
And every time you go to the store.
Right.
Yeah, you got Tariq Nasheed with that bullshit FBA shit, talking shit against us. Reparations. Like, you stupid motherfucker. Supposed to get silver and gold and precious stones, man. Not no fucking cash and shit.
Shit,
Tariq Nasheed.
Shit, you damn
Marcus.
heathens are the reparations.
Right.
Putting their ass in slavery.
Yeah.
Tariq, you gonna take the chip, man. You talk all that shit. You gonna take
Yeah, I
the
think
chip.
he set up too, man.
Who?
Tariq Nasheed. Tariq
You
Nasheed.
gonna take the
Little
chip.
smart mouth ass Jake.
You got all that money, so.
Right.
Just
Of course
cool,
you
but
take the chip.
To keep it, you gonna take that chip.
Right. And you dumbass Jakes, you gonna scatter. Cause when Esau presents that chip, when they see him, all right, you gonna scatter. You gonna scatter like a bunch of chickens. Their heads decapitated. Man.
And there's talks about reparations for the Negroes. You heard about they're gonna give $230,000. Hey, you know what? Go ahead and give Jake that money.
What?
Because I have a strong feeling, me speaking as a man, that in order to get that, you're gonna have to be vaccinated,
Yeah.
and we got it for you, but you're gonna have to receive this device in order to use it.
Yeah.
You gotta use this device. It's already here for you.
It's
You
digital.
just gotta put it inside your hand
Right.
in order to use it. It's here.
And we got
you know Jake will be lined up for that shit.
Oh, get this. And so it's digital, so we know it's actually you that's cashing your money.
So you don't have to worry about fraud. Somebody
Right.
stealing your money.
Right. And could check, the electron could check your DNA to see if you're truly African American.
That reed pierced the hand. Egypt. That reed pierced the hand.
You know.
Don't trust in Egypt.
So hey, I wouldn't put it past me. Shit, he printing shit out of thin air anyway, so might as well do it. Shit.
Yeah. Hey, they showed in that movie, the TV series, The Watchmen. When the little boy asked, he said, "Did you get that money and stuff?" She's like, "None your damn business what I got." Yeah, so girl, the one that played 227, I forgot her name and shit. But anyway, she playing the character. He asked, "Did you get that money and shit?" So even though they do it, it still ain't enough. You
That's
can't
a-
pay for shit.
That's fucking. That's a. What's the word? You getting basically short-handed.
Slap
You
in
know,
the
you
face.
getting you know how Smokey in Friday, how he tried
Yeah.
to pay
Regina King, that's her name.
He tried to pay Big Worm. He was like,
Yeah.
he counted out 100, then he
Yeah.
flipped the money over.
Yeah.
120, 100. Like that ain't even what we really supposed to be getting.
That's the thing about Smokey. That's the actor that played. The one playing Friday as Q's Greg's sister. That's her that played in the Watchmen series.
Oh, okay.
And the Eat My Boy asked, he said, "Did you get that?" Basically, said, "Did you get that reparation check?" You know. All right.
So you're really supposed to get billions.
Trillions.
Right,
Trillions.
trillion. We want your ass.
Yeah. Cause you got paid. You just can't pay Judah, man. You got to pay Benjamin. You got to pay Ephraim. You got to pay Gad, Reuben, Asher, Asher, Issachar, Zebulun. You gotta pay all of us, man.
That's right.
But the reason why that's not gonna happen is because the Most High has a power of balance, man. He not gonna give to one tribe, ain't gonna get to the rest of them.
Shit, he got a whole canal going through Zebulon. Shit.
Yeah.
To get from one side of the earth to the other side.
Took over that shit.
I got that Habakkuk.
Real quick, verse 5. Ye have lived in pleasure on the earth and have been wanton. Ye have nourished your hearts as in a day of slaughter. Ye have condemned and killed the just, and he doth not resist you.
Israelites.
Yep. Be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husbandman waiteth for the freshest fruit of the earth, and have long patience for it, until he receive the early and latter rain.
And the niggas y'all ain't talking about, y'all waiting on, y'all waiting on your house, you damn right we waiting on them, man. But while we waiting on, we doing the work. You niggas, you ain't doing shit. All you doing is just getting up, sitting on your couch, eat some Fruit Loops and shit.
Captain Crunch.
Right, and clap that nasty ass slut you got. All right, when she slept your best friend the other night.
They got the same dirty drawers on.
Go, wake up,
before.
go to your little shitty ass job, go back to your boring life and start that cycle over again the next day and shit, man. And you ain't doing shit, man. You ain't out here warning people. You ain't doing nothing. You ain't telling what's really going on and shit. Right. You talking about where's your towns? Where's your little financial district? How come you ain't going over to Africa to build those towns and shit? Hey, Ethiopia said they looking for employed workers, man. You ain't get no citizenship in Ghana, none of that stuff, man. You just a bunch of niggas that talk shit. Then when he ask you, why you leave America? My ancestors, we died here, we bled here, I'ma stay here. What you talking about? These niggas, being African pro-black niggas, man. Always talking about scoffing and talking about we waiting on your house, Shaq. What the fuck they doing? You don't believe in the Most High. What's up?
They won't take their ass back to Africa.
Hey, matter of fact, hey, can somebody get the scripture? It's called Daniel, Noah. It said these delivered themselves.
Yeah.
They did shit, man.
Hey, they take their ass to Africa.
Right.
They won't even last a fucking week there. They want to come back to America so quick.
Right. Hey, go over there in Egypt. Some of you
Get their
niggas
ass
like
ate by a
Egyptians,
lion
man.
and shit.
Right. You won't last over there, man. You be crying and shit.
Flies all on their ear and shit.
Right.
This is Ezekiel 14 and 14. Perfect. It says, though these three men, Noah, Daniel, and Job, were in it, they should deliver but their own souls by their righteousness, saith the Most High.
What was they in? They was always in a time of trouble. Job went through what he went through. Daniel was in Babylonian captivity, and Noah made it through the flood. They delivered themselves by what? Their own righteousness. So that's how we get up out of this place. All right? When it says deliver yourselves, all right, it starts by doing this. All right? Matter of fact, Timothy says what? Preach this word not only to thyself, but also to them that hear thee, so you not only may be able to save yourself, but also them that hear you, Salaki. All right? So this is the most important #1 thing we could be doing. It's the bitter fucking cold out here. Right. And we sitting out here preaching the scriptures, the living word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. That's called sacrifice. All right?
That's sincerity.
Yep. That's called having integrity. Coming out doing the work of the Lord no matter what. Unlike you other niggas making excuses. Or you other guys in these other fucking doctrines, man.
Right.
All right? Fuck some fucking Africa, man.
Right.
All right?
And Africa ain't the promised land.
So like somebody get Deuteronomy 28:68, so they'll
Perfect.
They talking about the motherland. We got to go back. This one goofball was on TikTok saying the promised land is Africa.
No, it's not.
You goofy ass. You ain't read the scriptures.
If the promise land in Africa be a fucking desert. Cause the scripture said that the land gonna be cursed. It's not gonna be raining. It's not gonna yield no plants, anything green, man. That's why Amalek over there import plants every damn year to the homeland Israel. All right, go ahead.
Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships by the way thereof, whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
And no man shall buy you. Because you always asking, where was your house at? Oh, Jesus. Where was God doing it? No, motherfucker, you serving the prison systems.
Shit, he
you
was the one.
I was like, go ahead,
I was gonna say, he the one that put your ass in
Right, you put yourself.
captivity.
You put yourself in punk. You put yourself in the corner, man. All right. Hey, where's the voodoo gods? Where's Shango? Where's the other gods, the other foreign gods at? How come they didn't come? How come the water spirits come out the water and save your ass for Esau and break those chains and shit?
Poseidon and shit.
All right, you niggas, you piss me off, man. Especially that mermaid shit. Wait, no, but spirits anyway.
Under the sea.
Talking about the slaves, they got thrown on the water. They turned to mermaid people.
Who said that?
Niggas, man.
Oh my God. Yeah, throw your ass in the water so
How
you
the
can
fuck's
turn
a
into a
nigga
mermaid.
drowning? Don't you know you got sharks along those routes? They took the slave route. Man, they got ate up, man. They ain't turned no goddamn mermaids and shit.
Wow.
Cause Jake into that, now the Most High got creatures we ain't never seen before. I ain't gonna die, aquatic creatures, bipedal aquatic creatures and shit. But
Right.
no, ain't no niggas that got thrown off the ship, man. Get the fuck
Right
out of here,
there, well,
man.
that's written in Corinthians. There's one flesh for birds, well, the fowls of the air, one flesh for a beast,
Right.
one flesh for man, one flesh for fish.
Fish.
Right, ain't no intermingling, man.
Right, ain't no nigga got thrown in a water, salt
Or
water,
lizard people.
and a tail, the fish tail come to end, and he survived. Get the
Right,
fuck out of here,
a lot
man.
of you people are just out your mind, man.
Right.
Jake will believe in any other thing except
The
being an
scriptures.
Israelite. The scripture. This is the simplest thing, man.
Right.
All right, like it says, the ways, his ways are plain to the holy, but to the wicked they stumble at. All right, Jake always got to take something and try to make it sound extra deep, or it got to be something more than that. No, it's simple. We're the Israelites.
Right.
We fell off from the Lord. He put us in captivity. Right now we're paying our punishment, but
Right.
He's coming to save us. What more do you want?
Like the name Yahweh. It's easy. Yahweh. No, man, ain't it, man? It's Yahuwah.
It's like a nigga in fucking prison for a murder charge, but he's sitting there like, damn, I'm in here, 'cause I got this RICO case. Like, shit, that ain't got shit to do with
Yeah,
nothing.
nothing.
All right, you serving out your prison sentence. That's it.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
Hey, somebody get Lamentations 4:22. You can finish whatever you read. So I can, bro.
Okay.
4:22. All right, because since we are in captivity, all right, there's something called manifest destiny. So part 2 has to happen, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
All right, I'm there. Lamentations 4:22, and it reads, the punishment.
Actually, start at 20.
20. Lamentations 4:20. The breath of our nostrils, the anointed of Yahweh, was taken in their pits, of whom we said, under his shadow we shall live among the heathen.
Go ahead.
Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz.
All right, where's the land of Uz? All right, it said rejoice. All right, so obviously Edom is still around. This is not talking about in the past. This was a future prophecy for today. All right, go ahead.
The cup also shall pass through unto thee.
And what's that cup? The same cup we drunk, the cup of slavery. All right, Psalms talks about the dregs. All right, the dregs is the bitter end of a fermented drink. All right, and matter of fact, it's the most potent. So Esau, you're going to be drunk with slavery, man. All right, and this ain't no light wine tasting. No, this is the strongest of the strong, man. The bottom of the barrel. Yup,
That
the dregs.
moonshine.
Yup.
Get that cough syrup, Esau.
Go ahead.
Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked.
Right, bare. All right, because the Lord is going to strip everything away from Esau. And you could read that in Isaiah the 47th chapter. Go ahead.
The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion.
Now, when did that happen? All right. Now you have to read 2nd Ezra 6 and understand that Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. So that's happening literally right now. So that means this is the end of Esau's rulership. The chains are about to come off the daughter of Zion and go on the daughter of Babylon. Go ahead.
O daughter of Zion, he will no more carry thee away into captivity.
Right, this is the last captivity.
That's it.
All right. And it says we should be in 6 and the Lord should deliver us from the 7th. All right, this is the last, the final one, man.
7 trumpet.
All right. The Lord is about to get his children out of this place, man. And for the ones of you who can't believe that want to live a happy go merry life in America, well, you're going to find out the hard way, right? Listen, because, you know, in my job, I got to get into, like, fucking numbers and shit and projections and shit like that. And even though it's on a simple basis, like food and restaurant shit, but it's still a company at the end of the day. Motherfuckers are preparing for another recession, man.
Yeah.
All right? The economy is already fucked up. Food is horrible, all right? They're getting prepared. And that first quarter is always the worst, which is going to dictate the outcome of the rest of the year, which we know is going to be a fucked up year, man. All right? Go ahead.
He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom.
All right, what the fuck are you guilty of? Putting your hands on the apple of the Lord's eye. All right? The children of Israel are those commissioned by the Lord, because the Lord gave us into your hand and gave our land into you, because we went off, but it was all for a reason. So Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua can make his name great again, and that we could actually understand and appreciate righteousness and actually learn how to be gods, not just given the kingdom, all right, actually learning how to run the kingdom, man. But you're guilty of it at the same time. The Lord killed 2 birds with 1 stone.
And they for the affliction, Zechariah 1:15, doing unnecessary shit.
Come. Go ahead.
He will discover thy sins.
Right. Matter of fact, Revelation 18 says Babylon's sins have reached up to heaven, man. All the abominations that go on in this place, and it's normalized. It's Isaiah 5:20. Woe to him that called good evil and evil good. That put light for darkness and darkness for light.
In California, I think they try to legalize a grown man can have sex with 11-year-old girls.
I think they already did.
Yeah. All right. And it's not like, you know, ancient times they had 12 girls, but it's not, they was on like an adult vibe. But during these days,
Right.
12-year-olds, 12, 13, 14, 15, they on like a little,
Right,
a little kid vibe.
Yeah, the biology nowadays is fucked up, man. Everything got weaker over time, man.
Right.
Right.
So Esau, he a pervert. He wants that young female on a kitty vibe, mentally shit. He gets off
On
that
some
shit.
Walt Disney shit.
Yeah, well, he gets off of that shit, man. He a pervert. All right. Let's be devil's advocate.
Right. Everything's perverted over here, man. Everything, man. Right? I did, you know, I slightly talked about it today. I don't understand how, well, I do understand because it's wickedness, but you got these alphabet people claiming they Christians. How? How? When you skip right over
Romans 1.
Romans 1,
Leviticus
Leviticus 18, Leviticus 19. Skip right over it.
Redacted.
Oh, Deuteronomy 23, 17.
Right. But when you're preach bullshit Christianity over here, you can believe in whatever, man. You can just twist the words, do this, do that.
What
But
denomination?
Right.
Yeah.
And the Lord is going to make all you motherfuckers pay for it, taking away from the word and adding unto it. All right? Only the true prophets got the living word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Whether you people believe it or not, get Romans 3:3. Whether you people believe it or not. Because one thing I know, math don't lie. And when you look at the universe, it was all created by one thing. One spiritual, miraculous thing, man. All right? There's not many truths to the world. There's only one. There's only one. And when you read the Holy Scriptures, it gives direct evidence, man. Especially when it comes to his people. Not them big nose, small hat motherfuckers over there in Israel, man.
Right. Lots of balls.
The Matzah boys.
Oh, physics said physics did a experiment. They said everything is made like a simulator.
Right.
But it's on 1 and 0 codes and shit, just like the
Right. So this is a grand design. This ain't no Big Bang, none of that. Even shit, because I be getting into some of the science shit. But even some of your top scientists said this thing had to be created by something. It had to be.
Design.
Right, intelligent
That's what it's
design,
called.
man.
Yeah.
Intelligent design.
Not no, oh, this just happened.
right.
When you go into the fish in the sea and all the animals, they've been
Everything
created.
correlates.
They've been created to be able to do certain
It
things.
needs to be in perfect balance.
You know, they can camouflage themselves. I mean, there's so many beautiful things that the Lord did.
There's this goofball on TikTok. He always goes, prove prove with evidence your God exists. It's always that one goofball
Yeah.
that. So
Nigga, take a look.
right.
The fact that we give out carbon dioxide, trees breathe that in and give us oxygen. That's a perfect fucking balance, man.
This motherfucker said, this is how it happened. A fish jumped out of the water on the land and then eventually started to walk, and then that turned into a monkey, and then we turned. I'm like, get the
Fish
Get
can't
the
live
fuck
outside
outta
the water?
here.
Damn, fish would have
Exactly.
died right away. Wait, where did this fish come from? Where did the water come from? You have to have two particles of hydrogen combined with one oxygen. Who made that math? Who made the element?
Hey, how come scientists ain't made no tree out of DNA?
Right.
Exactly. Okay? Matter cannot be created or destroyed. All right? You can't
Nor
can't
can
destroy
energy.
it. You
Nor
can't
can
you
energy.
can't you know what? Say you got a desk, right? You want to destroy it. How you gonna destroy that desk? You wanna burn it? Turn it to ashes. Now how you get rid of the ashes? You can't.
eat it.
Now you can blow it away.
It's
You
still
can
there.
throw it in the water,
Yeah.
but they're still there.
Hey, that's why the amputees, they still feel their arms and legs and shit. They still feel like they can grab something.
That's why the scriptures say, you were made. Adam was made from the dust, and from the dust you shall return.
Right.
You know,
And,
or that Ecclesiastes, I think it's a 12th chapter. It says, from the dust we were created, and the dust we're gonna return.
Yeah.
Some Book of Eli.
You know,
Hey, dust come from the human skin.
Right.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah. We shed that dust is your skin being shed.
Right, and it's crazy when you really get into it because, you know, the way people bury dead people now is not you don't put them in a box. You put them right back in the ground. You may wrap their body in cloth, but you put them in the ground so the ground can take on the nutrients again, man. All right, that's called. Hey, Lion King taught us this. It's called the circle of life, man.
The
All right.
antelope eat the grass. Look at that.
Hey, it's just like, I understand you don't want people dog shitting on your damn lawn. I get it.
Right.
You know, pick it up, take it elsewhere. But that's what a dog supposed to do. They make the soil rich.
Rich. Yeah.
All right. Everything is in perfect balance in this world. But you know who's putting it out of balance?
Esau.
This Edomite, man. The same man that controls all the Fortune 500 companies, the fucking oil, and the central banks, man. And it's all by fucking design, man. They can easily, with all the science they got, they can easily cure world hunger.
Yeah.
Hey, there's that
Even though
one.
I don't fuck with GMOs, but you guys can create this shit.
Hey, there's this one funny ass motherfucker on YouTube. He does like funny skits. He comes out like he plays multiple characters in the video. He came out like, "Sir, I just invented a fuel that for 1 gallon will burn for 50 years." And then he's all like, "Really?
Killed his
And then he turned around and he starts beating him with the bat. Bink, bink. The next guy comes in. He's like, "Sir, I found the cure for all diseases." He starts explaining. He's like, "Oh, really?" Bink hits him over the head and kills him. He's like, "Why?" He kills him and shit. Motherfucker,
Right.
the third dude came. He's like, "I invented, instead of putting your toppings on top of the hot dog and the toppings fall, he's like, let's put the toppings inside the hot dog, the bun first, and then put the hot dog on top so none of the stuff falls down." And then so it was a good idea. The nigga still killed him. He's like, "No, you know, Esau don't want nothing that's profitable for anyone."
Right. He can't make money off of it.
Right, that's the point.
You know what? This is in 2000. In 2000, we were shipping cars to Mexico that had 66 miles to the gallon. In 2000, they were not allowed to be sold in the United States.
That's crazy.
You can see, I've seen it with my own eyes.
What? In the 60s, the guy made the goddamn water engine. The damn engine that ran off water.
Oh, yeah.
He mysteriously disappeared.
They gonna get that.
Let's get back to scriptures.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. This is Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 2. We are born at all adventure, and we shall
Start
be
at 1.
first one.
Because this is the psychotic mind process of a deranged individual named Esau.
man.
Which he's to be a madman, you gotta be somewhat wise. This man's a fucking evil genius at the end of the day.
Oh, Ezekiel 28:3.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, Esau's somebody get that. Esau's a bad scientist, man.
Peaky in the brain.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yep. It says, for the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves, but not aright. For life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man, there is no remedy. Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave.
So that YOLO lifestyle, let's use it up all now. Even though the top elites know they come back in reincarnation. That's why they set their families up that way.
Yep, they married their family. They married their cousins, the Rothschilds, married their cousins.
Go ahead.
Yep. For we are born at all adventure, and we shall be hereafter as though we had never been. For the breath in our nostrils is as smoke, and a little spark in the movement of our heart. Which being extinguished, our body shall be turned into ashes, and our spirit shall vanish as the soft air.
Right, so you gotta go back to the ground, and then you go to the spiritual world, right? Go ahead.
And our names shall be forgotten in time, and no man shall have our works in remembrance, and our life shall pass away as the trace of a cloud, and shall be dispersed as a mist that is driven away with the beams of the sun and overcome with the heat thereof.
So in reality, hey, Esau Edom is gonna be forgotten about, according to certain scriptures, man. It's gonna be like a fucking bad drink.
Perish like his own
You
dung.
be like, where is Esau?
Right. Who and where is he? Go ahead. But this is how they think. They think, nobody's gonna know they work. That's why they name the lands after their own name, and they make mementos and things of that nature, man.
That's how they keep their
image going.
that form of immortality, by
Right.
which they name themselves, name their buildings or institutions,
Yep.
education institutions after them and stuff.
Yep.
Street names and shit.
Go ahead.
Yep. Come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creatures like as in youth.
Speedily use them up, man. Killed all the buffalo to starve off Gad. After Gad taught you how to live and do certain things, all right? You're just the evil asshole, man. All right, go ahead.
Let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ointments, and let no flower of the spring pass by us.
So they're using up everything. They don't do a land Sabbath, right? They don't do a year of Jubilee, right? They don't forgive debts, all right?
Never don't forget.
They don't for the Bible to be the law of the land for America. They don't listen to not one law, not one.
They don't do no. You supposed to honor live people with certain crimes and stuff.
Yep.
They just let the person right back out in the street.
Go ahead.
Well, you know what? All over America, they cut down all the trees.
Yep.
All Gad and
Yeah.
And then you got these cities with everybody bunched up together, but you got thousands of miles of land where you can have, well, trees ain't that, just plain lands. You can have houses in good communities.
And
right?
mind you, I believe it's the trees here in America are male trees. They got rid of all the female trees. That's why there's so much pollen in the sky, and people have
'cause it's all-
allergens and
Because
shit.
that it's just like a nigga busting a nut to fertilize the other tree. Yeah,
So Esau fucking purposely did that,
They probably have it doing the lumber industry. The lumber thing's a big thing and shit. Chopping no big ass trees and shit like that.
Right. Well, you see what they doing to the Amazon.
Right.
Lumberjack men, fucking
Yeah.
nothing but Edomites.
Pancake.
Hey, well, the scriptures call this man a fellow. All right,
Yep.
go ahead.
It says, let us crown ourselves with rosebuds before they be withered.
Fucking Romans. Go ahead.
Let none of us go without his part of our voluptuousness. Let us leave tokens of our joyfulness in every place. For this is our portion, and our lot is this.
And Esau knows that. Right? Esau got the same blessing Jacob did, besides the sword,
Temporary.
but it was a temporary one. He says you're going to have the dew of earth and heaven, but by the force of the sword. You ain't going to have it eternally, man. You only got it temporarily. Go ahead.
Let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age.
What the fuck did we do to you? What did Abel do to Cain? Cain was just a hating ass nigga.
Ha!
All because this nigga didn't listen to the Lord on how to sacrifice the right way. Because you was being lazy. Alright? Don't hate on us because we're righteous. But guess what? The Most High made you wicked. So that's what you was meant to do. Now you saying let us oppress the poor and righteous, man. We already poor and fucked up.
Right.
Let us at least keep our spirituality. But no, you just want to fuck us over at every angle. Go ahead.
How dare you say you're
Right.
an Israelites?
Right, how dare we claim our own nationality? This son of a bitch.
How
Go
dare
ahead.
you expose me?
Right,
Let our strength be the law of justice.
right. Woe to him that declare unrighteous decrees. Woe to him that prescribe mischief by a law. What was it? I think it's Psalms 94:10. All right, go ahead.
Yep. For that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth.
Right, yeah, we are the weak of the earth. All right, and that's how you other people look at us, like we're fucking nothing. All right,
King David said, what, he's but a worm or something?
right.
Hey, but get this.
Something-
We look at you ain't nothing.
Oh, we
either.
know you ain't shit.
Ha.
At all. The Lord just gave you power. You're the what do call them? The beast of the earth. The least. What is it? The least of.
The base of all
the
The
men.
base of
man.
all
In Job
men.
chapter 30.
That's how I know the Most High exists, because there's no way in hell that the so-called white man should be ruled.
And he's not intelligent. Like, I mean, he's wise. He's not like we are and shit. He's not God.
He has no common fucking sense, man. Especially when it comes to keeping this earth clean. Go ahead.
Yep. Therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn.
Let's trap him. Let's set him up. Let's put him in straits. Go ahead.
And he is clean contrary to our doings. He upbraided us with our offending the law.
Right, because you fucking Edomites are going off day in and day out. All right? Look at all the laws that you make. It's totally backwards, man.
Oh, the Amalek, they'll say, Moses gave the written law, and then he gave the oral law. Well, what the hell that's in the scripture? Because one girl tried to tell me, she into that Judaism shit. She gonna tell me, she basically said that alternative lifestyle not condemned. I said, yes, it does. I said, it said it right there in the scriptures. But she talking about that Amalek doctrine that they brainwash. We're talking, they don't condemn lesbians and this and that. Yes, it does.
It's a death lifestyle.
Right.
There's no life can come of it.
No
My
procreation.
my son knew at 8 years old. You know, you take 3 islands. In one island you put all women. In one island you put all men. And then on another island you put 20 men and 20 women. At 8 years old, he knew death, and who knows.
So you can
Just
put,
like that.
You can put one man on the island with 20 women. And you gonna get life. A lot of it.
And you people, you in the OL lifestyle, you basically self-genocide.
That's right.
It says,
That's
and
distilled
objected
water.
to our infamy the transgressions of our education. All right, professing to have the knowledge of the Most High, and he calleth himself the child of the Lord.
Because we are. Go ahead.
He was made to reprove our thoughts.
Hey, we're here to correct you,
so
man.
they know we're right.
Right.
He is grievous unto us, even to behold, for his life is not like other men's, his ways are of another fashion.
Hey, because what did the nation say? Who is this wise and understanding people?
Yep.
We were different because we had the law. All right? Go ahead.
Yep. We are esteemed of him as counterfeits.
Frauds.
Fucking frauds.
Thank you.
Hey,
All right? A bastard should dwell in Ashdod.
Get that Revelation 3 and 9. Revelation 3 and 9. You are a counterfeit.
Reprobation.
That's an Edomite.
Revelation 3 and 9.
Yeah.
Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan,
Right.
which say they are Jews and are not,
Right.
but
now,
do lie.
Now, originally they was talking about people during the dark ages. They just being wicked as fuck. But it's dope for it's talking about you little hats, man. All right, and you are counterfeits, man. All right, get Psalms 50 and 16. But you don't keep the law as professed. You say you're the children of Israel, but like the brother just demonstrated, you don't keep not one damn law, man. Just look what the state of America is, man. Everything you touch, what they call that shit?
It gets corrupted.
It gets corrupt, man. Oh, like in a sci-fi movie, somebody touch something and it get all rusty and shit, and mold. They just deteriorate, man. That's you. Esau.
His ass, what's that bitch's name from X-Men? Rogue?
Rogue, oh yeah.
Ah, it dies and shit.
Yeah.
What kind of foul is that?
Right.
Right.
That's Esau.
That's a curse.
Yeah. And she could take your essence and take your spirit and shit. Yeah.
She was a damn fucking.
Yeah.
She was deaf.
She is.
Walking deaf.
Yeah.
Touch that bitch, you dead.
And she also represents that false doctrine. Cause Gambit tried to touch, he almost died and shit. He died that false doctrine.
Yeah.
That woman.
7th chapter.
Yeah.
Fucking strange woman.
She a strange woman. Go ahead, get that.
Psalms 50 and 16. But unto the wicked, the Most High said, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes?
Right.
Start bringing.
Or that thou
I
should
got a
take
big
my
ass
covenant in thy mouth?
Right, cause you say you're saying you're Yahweh though. Alright, when you mistakenly say you're Hoodoo, you say you're that, but where's the rest of
Your
the
booty.
right? Where's the rest of the 9 tribes? And how come you not follow law, statutes, commandments? Why there's a pork factory in Israel, you call it white steak.
Right.
You got King City over there, and then you say
White
you the
steak.
Christians. The Bible is the book of the land, but you don't follow one damn law in there. You got Planned Parenthood, you got the alphabet movement going on.
How do you
Alright.
Planned Parenthood when you fucking kill the baby? They ain't parents at that
Planned
point.
Parenthood.
Yeah. And matter of fact, the guy who the Edomite that spoke on it is not too long. It was last year. He said Planned Parenthood would make to exterminate the tribe of Judah, the African American. He slipped up. All right. So the Planned Parenthood basically
That's
exterminated.
just as you said, tribe of Judah. Then you got the Lion King right there.
Because
Here's the spirit. I went over there and bought some coffee. It was 777.
You need to take care of that shit.
Perfect.
and then you say you the Christians. The original Christians were Israelites, man.
Yep.
The correct way is said Mashiach Yom, the anointed ones, man.
First called that in Antioch.
Yep.
Right, which means you had Israelites in these Greek cities and countries.
Yep. Yep. And it was meant to insult them to call the Christians to insult us, man. Right? It's called we are Mashiach, man. All right. And that's another thing why you little minute caps hate us, man. Because we're Mashiach, man. We're the Nazarenes. We're believers of followers of Yahweh, man. And he cuts all your doctrines, everything, man. Because Yahweh has the whole book, man. He shreds all that false narrative you spin around the world, man. Right?
Seeing thou hatest instruction and castest my words behind thee.
Yeah. Do the Torah really say you can't get a tattoo? Do the Torah say you can't? A man can't lay down with another man. It gotta be a gray area in there.
Right.
Oh, here's the Talmud.
Right.
Right. Oh yeah, the Talmud.
The Talmud.
You write your own shit in there, just make up shit.
Go ahead, back to that.
Back to Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 18, verse 17. It says, let us see if his words be true, and let us prove what shall happen in the end of him.
So now he done came up with the hypothesis. Well, let's see if this works. Well, you're gonna prove us to be right. Who wants to take that gamble? Well, let me fuck with them to see if they actually are the children of the Most High.
See how stupid that is?
That's stupid. It's psychotic. It's playing with fire.
What made them like that, though?
That's what I thought.
When we came out of Egypt, the whole world heard what the Lord did for us, and then they ready to fight us.
Yeah.
You know, the whole world know what the Lord did for us.
Yeah, through the Spirit, I perceive we love them for us.
Can we ask them, can we get passed through their land? Let us pass.
Yeah.
And then attack us.
Shit, me, go ahead.
Every you want some water by the way to
Could be a fucking darn
way to
man,
go.
bitch.
Man, but then they attack the old and the young people.
He's stupid as hell.
You know, because we put the old and young people at the end and stuff, you know, but they came and attacked us, man. You gonna pay for that. Hey, in Exodus chapter 17, 14, 16, the Most High declared turn of water, man.
Generation to generation.
Verse 18, for if the just man be the son of the Most High, he will help him and deliver him from the hand of his enemies. Let us examine him with despitefulness and torture, that we may know his meekness and prove his patience.
Hey, how long they been doing that to us over here in Babylon, man? Talking about patience and proving meekness and being tortured. A long fucking time, till this day. Go ahead. And so we've been very patient. All right?
Lord got something for y'all.
Hey, you say lift up that standard. I say, I'm freaking that 19, man. Hey, the Lord gonna lift up that standard.
He them fans.
What does it say? Here is the patience of the saints.
Yeah.
Which goes into the word suffering.
Yeah.
All right?
Go on. Clean.
Let us condemn him with a shameful death, for by his own saying he shall be respected.
Right, well, they gave us all types of shameful deaths. From taking our names to hanging us upside down, chopping off our rods, all types of shit. Lynchings, eating us, killing little babies, making leather bags out of us.
Oh, cookbooks where they did some recipes.
Tobacco
to cook us
pouches.
and shit.
Yup.
Yeah.
This man got to pay, man. Go ahead.
They made damn leather out of some of us.
Gonna make some Edomite boots.
Yeah.
I never wear them. You know what I'm saying?
that's-
Unclean, you bitch.
It said, such things they did imagine and were deceived, for their own wickedness had blinded them. As for the mysteries of the Most High, they knew them not, neither hoped they for the wages of righteousness, nor discerned a reward for blameless souls.
Esau didn't give a fuck. He didn't care about being righteous.
But you thought you'll never.
He didn't care about getting eternal life. Hey, that's why he gave up his birthright. It wasn't meant for him anyway,
Right.
but that's why he did what he did.
It didn't profit him
Show
at
his
the
character,
time.
man.
Yep.
He's that one commercial. It's my money, and I want it now. He wanted his blessing now. He couldn't wait. He wanted to fill his belly right then and there. So he couldn't wait. He's a cardinal man.
Yep.
He's not spiritual.
One more. It says, for the Most
Right.
High, for the Most High created man to be immortal and made him to be an image of his own eternity. Nevertheless, through envy of the devil came death into the world, and they that do hold of his side do find it.
Cain was envious of who? Abel. He was jealous. Because Abel was righteous and he was being wicked. All you got to do, hey, the Lord told him, if thou doest right, hey, you'll be rewarded as such. That nigga just didn't want to be right. And hey, now sin life at your feet and you're the ruler over it. All right? You're that old serpent. That's why the world is the way it is.
Right, which that shows you that the law was since the beginning, like it says in Baruch 4, because he says sin lieth at the door. So sin is a transgression of the laws. You know, so they knew, you know, what to do, what not to do.
Peace out. This is Proverbs 27:4. Wrath is cruel and anger is outrageous, but who is able to stand before envy? Okay, Cain envied his brother.
Right, that's deep hatred,
You know,
man.
can't get away from envy.
Yeah, you can be a little jealous of not covetousness. You know, you all right, whatever. But when you envy somebody, you really want to take them out and have what they have.
Covetous.
You know? Yep.
No remedy.
There's a second Edges 4:30. That's why, man, the Lord has to make us perfect, man, with his law, man. This flesh is wicked, and this place breeds corruption. What does it say? Is there any flesh that be left to be saved?
Right.
It says, for the grain of evil seed had been sown in the heart of Adam from the beginning, and how much ungodliness had been brought up unto this time. And how much shall it yet bring forth unto the time of threshing come? Ponder now by thyself how great fruit of wickedness the grain of evil seed had brought forth, and when the ears shall be cut down, which are without number, how great a floor shall they fill? And there's going to be a lot of dead people on that threshing floor. Under live people. And it,
Slain of the Lord should go from one end of the earth to the other.
then I answered and said, how and when shall these things come to pass? Wherefore are our years few and evil? And he answered me, saying, do not thou hasten above the most highest, for thy haste is in vain, like we just talked about the patience of the saints. For thy haste is in vain to be above him, for thou is much exceeded. Did not the souls also of the righteous ask questions of these things in their chambers, saying, how long shall I hope on this fashion? When cometh the fruit of the floor of our reward? And unto these things Uriel the archangel gave them answer and said, even when the number of seeds is filled in you, for he hath weighed the world in the balance. Right? Everything has its balance and its measurement. We know that the scriptures say, what nation have we not gone into slavery under, basically?
Right. What nation have not had a part?
And a part,
You know? So all you nations, they go back to the book of Judges. I don't want to hear nobody, well, the Chinese never had it. Oh, well, nigga, read your history. All right? And we got a message from the Lord with the left hand. Ehud.
Everybody's had
Right.
a chance to be in power.
Big belly
Everybody
dude.
has a chance. Right. It said, then answered I and said, O Lord that bearest rule, even we all are full of impiety, and for our sakes peradventure it is that the floors of the righteous are not filled because of the sins of them that dwell upon the earth. So he answered me and said, go thy way to a woman with child, and ask of her, will she have fulfilled her 9 months, if her womb may keep the birth any longer within her? Then said I, no, Lord, that can she not. And he said unto me, in the grave the chambers of souls are like the womb of a woman. For like as a woman that travaileth maketh haste to escape the necessity of the travail, even so do these things, do these places haste to deliver those things that are committed unto them. From the beginning, look, what thou desirest to see, it shall be shown thee. Then answered I and said, if I have found favor in thy sight, and if it be possible, and if I be meat thereof, therefore, show me then whether there be more to come than is past, or more past than is to come. What is past I know, but what is for to come I know not. And we're seeing those things now.
Right, it's happening. Prophecies are actually living and coming before our eyes. Like Habakkuk 2 says.
It said, and he said unto me, stand up upon the right side, and I shall expound the similitude unto thee. So I stood and saw, and behold, a hot and burning oven passed before me. And it happened that when the flame was gone by, I looked, and behold, the smoke remained still. After this, there passed by before me a watery cloud, and sent down much rain with a storm. And when the stormy rain was past, the drops remained still. Then said he unto me, consider with thyself, as the rain is more than the drops, and as the fire is greater than the smoke. But the drops and the smoke remain behind, so the quantity which is past did more exceed. Then I prayed and said, may I live, thinkest thou, until that time? Or what shall happen in those days? He answered me and said, as for the tokens whereof, which are the symbols, whereof thou askest me, I may tell thee of them in part, but as touching thy life, I am not sent to show thee.
Right, so the angel said, you know, he ain't gonna touch the part of his life, but I'm gonna leave tokens showing you signs of the times. And what's the signs of the times? Hey, 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, uproar of the people. You got people uprising everywhere, man. Food shortages, the fail of the economy, all right? Yeah, them declaring their sins in Sodom and Gomorrah, all right? Hey, matter of fact, here's another sign. The people of Israel, the true people of Israel, waking up to who they really are.
Let me get that.
I mean, because now you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans and speckled birds have no reason why you do not know that you're an Israelite, man. It's written in the Bible. It's written in history. And there's a group of people on planet Earth that stole our identity, and now they're getting mad because we're claiming our heritage. You show me in the history books what's the so-called black man's true nationality and heritage. Because it ain't slavery. It ain't fucking Africa. All right? They barely tell you about the Moors that ruled Europe. They don't tell you about the 4 tetrarchs. They don't tell you about Constantine. All right? They don't tell you about the Nicene Council. All right? They don't tell you about the black Holy Roman emperors. They don't tell you about that, man. They don't tell you about King James. They don't tell you about Scotland and all that. They don't tell you about the Vikings and what color they were. All right? Our history has been stolen and hidden for a fucking reason. To keep you niggas on the bottom. That was the whole point. Go ahead.
This is Baruch 4:4. O Israel, happy are we, for the things that are pleasing to the Most High are made known unto us. Be of good cheer, my people, the memorial of Israel. ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction.
It says sold to the nations. When has those small hatters with the big nose over there in Israel been sold to every fucking nation under the planet heaven? Hasn't been. We were sold, first of all, we were sold under Jewish people. All right, go look at the slave ships. We were sold under Arabs, sold under Hamitic people, all right, and so on and so forth. What other nation has been spreaded across the whole world by slavery? Name me one. It wasn't the Chinese, wasn't the Japanese, all right? Damn sure wasn't no Australians, all right? There's only one group of people who've been scattered across the world via slavery. And I'm talking about niggas, Spics and Native Americans, man. Not to say those words, just being, layman terms, man. Because when they was bringing niggas over here on the ships, they was picking up Native Americans and taking them over to Europe. That's our history, man. But nobody talks about that, man. Go ahead.
When you watch all the roots and stuff like that, they used to beat the slavery out you. You know what I'm saying? They used to beat the heritage out you. You know, Tobin and stuff like that. Not the heritage out. You know.
Now you niggas just think you niggas and gangbanging and smoking bullshit, man.
Right.
Not knowing that you're a royal priesthood of the Most High.
That's right.
Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah 50:33. Thus said the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go.
So what? One place on planet Earth that all the Israelites were in captivity together.
Right.
America.
Hey, when were the little hat hook noses oppressed with
the other tribes?
Right. It says
Right.
with Israel and who? Judah
Right.
were oppressed together. Northern and Southern Kingdom. All right.
Right.
The little hats claim to be the Jews, so that'd be Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Well, then what about the rest of the tribes? When were you held captive with them?
Right, who fills up the prison system?
People robbed and
Latinos.
spoiled.
Hey, people rob brown-skinned people, man. All right? Because the system was not created for them. The system was created to go against them. All right? See, they took the physical chains off us and put mental chains on us. Emancipation only means to transfer. So all we did was get a social security number, birth certificate, and got transferred over to the fucking bankers. That's the history of that fucking contract, man. All right? Go ahead.
It says, the Redeemer is strong, the Lord of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon.
Which is over here, America. America is Babylon. Babylon meaning confusion. America is full of confusion. All right? From the top to the fucking bottom, man. All right? And the number one confused people on planet Earth are you Israelites, because you don't know your true heritage, man.
1 year you black, the next year you African American,
Right.
color.
And African and stuff like that, and all this type of
But
foolishness.
hey, you go back to Africa, they don't even accept you. Why is that? Because you're not African. Just because we're both dark-skinned races don't mean we're the same blood. Don't mean we're the same race, man. Hey, this motherfuckers in Malaysia darker than me. That don't mean they Israelites.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Yep. A sword is upon the Chaldeans, said the Lord, and upon the inhabitants of Babylon, and upon her princes, and upon her wise men. A sword is upon the liars, and they shall dote. A sword is upon her mighty men, and they shall be dismayed.
Right. Now, if you know anything about ancient Babylon, Babylon was just conquered and transferred over. It didn't get destroyed. So this is the future prophecy speaking of America, man. All right? One thing about history and nations, no nation lasts forever. Whether America's been going on for 200-something years, all right? Rome went on for almost, I believe, like 900 and something years. It still got destroyed. Same thing that's going to happen today, man. All these nukes are not made to not be used, man. Okay? We see what's going on in the Ukraine. We see what's going on in the South China Sea. We see what's going on in the economy, man. All right? We see how Biden and these other people are pushing a digital currency, especially this new digital currency for Africa. Why is that? They want to get everybody on one fucking system so they can set up their NWO, which is something they've been trying to set up for the longest.
Digital wallet. Yeah.
Yup.
Magra.
It said, a sword is upon their horses and upon their chariots and upon all the mingled people that are in the midst of her.
Right. What's America called? The Great Melting Pot. So you got different people from different races all in one spot. All right. Go ahead.
Yep. And they shall become as women. A sword is upon her treasures, and they shall be robbed.
Right. So America is going. Hey, when you talk about all the history of the world wars, foreign troops never touched this land, and I won't even call the Britain. What war was that?
American Revolution.
Yeah, the American Revolution. I wouldn't even call that foreign troops because they're the same nation.
Yeah, it was a country.
All right.
Yeah. Franchise.
Yup. Go ahead.
Try to captivate them. Well, yeah. See this planet. That's all we can do. Jumping over. Isaiah 47:5
Damn, I
says,
should
"Go
get that.
silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms."
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I
Right.
was,
Hey, you ain't gonna be a virgin, man. The Lord is gonna fucking stick you with all types of missiles. All right.
When you get
Hey,
penetrated.
talk about the carousel.
she gonna get penetrated.
She gonna
Right,
ride
yeah,
on the missile one.
Right.
She gonna get burned
Right.
too.
Yeah. There's some hot dicks. Go ahead.
It says, "I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy.
No mercy.
Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke."
Yeah, they ain't give a fuck about the old people. Hey, the old folks had to stay in the field all day, just like the young people, man. All right, there was no mercy shown upon Jacob. So guess what? Ain't no mercy. Only mercy Esau isn't gonna get is on Shabbat.
That's right.
Esau's gonna look for the Shabbat each and every week.
Blind spot.
Go ahead.
I mean, Will.
Yeah, you.
Well,
It
Your
says
face
verse
is
7,
funny, ugly ass
and
bitch.
thou says, "I shall be a lady forever."
too, you skank. I'm dead ass about that.
Ugly
Go ahead.
assholes.
It says, "And thou saidst." Yeah. And thou
Nice and
saidst-
warm, too, bitch.
It's warm as hell. And thou saidst, "I shall be a lady forever."
I never just start talking about it.
Ugly ass bitch.
Biatch!
I can't feel my next one.
Hey, man, how about you, man? Try to destroy those wicked bitches, man.
Bunch of harlots.
Bunch of harlots, man.
So that thou
Stupid
didst
ass
not
bitch.
lay these things to thy heart, neither didst
Consider
remember.
that latter end.
Yep, neither didst remember the latter end of it.
All right. Hey, listen, you guys can sit and laugh at the prophets. Oh, you guys got ponchos on. Bitch, first of all, you fucking Hispanic. What type of joke was that? Oh, you guys out here with ponchos.
Yeah, and you're
You
fucking
dumbass, man.
Same
But you got a
next-
skirt on and it's cold as fuck.
23 degrees out here.
You
You got
son
on
of
a
a
thigh-high
bitch.
skirt. Or
Yeah, we made a spectacle, but guess what? It's gonna be a spectacle of blood when your How About Shimmy Shai returns, man.
Mind you, those gonna be the same hoes.
Oh,
in
Yasharala! Yasharala, please!
In
Please!
Isaiah 4 and 1,
Right.
those are gonna be the same bitches that like, oh, can we take your name? And be like, nah, bitch.
The bitch said, "What you laughing at?" You.
You. Haha.
like, hell
You
nah.
son of a bitch. Go ahead. Hey, that's what. Hey, a lot of you women are out of fucking place, man. It's no way in hell I'll walk past a group, these big ass black men talking shit, fragile ass woman. What the fuck is your problem? See, Babylon gave these women too much fucking power, man.
That's right.
All right?
Social media.
This feminist bullshit, man. Go ahead.
Verse 8.
And that's not us being misogynistic. That's just telling you the fucking facts. That's right. All right? Ain't no woman king over here. All right?
We love women. We hate bitches.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's part of the patience and the faith of the saints too, brother.
Hey, you gotta suffer this shit from these fucking
Bitches.
pea-brain women, man. Go ahead.
Shit, they're female. Like, I'm gonna be on that Matah shit. They're really females.
They are really female.
They're not women, because a woman is a servant to her man. They're
you
just
go.
fucking females. And they ain't even ladies. A lady's
They ain't
a
no
woman
women.
that know how to bake and shit.
Well, a lady is also a woman of nobility.
Yeah.
And they come from a noble birth, but they don't claim it.
Yeah, yep. Because over there, you, especially back when we was ruling, you'll get that title.
Lady, Lord.
Lady this or lady that.
Right.
All right?
These females
Duchess
are
this, Duchess
bitches,
that.
hoes, sluts, skanks.
And everything else in between.
Slut walk. Queens.
Yeah, queens, harlots.
Queen.
These females are today. You don't get the title woman or lady. You gotta earn that.
Verse 8.
Bitch.
Therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment and one day.
Yep, that 1 hour, man. The destruction of America, man.
The loss of children and widowhood.
Yep.
They shall come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. When thou hast trusted in thy wickedness,
We're gonna get ready to wrap it up in a minute.
it said, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me, thy wisdom and thy knowledge have perverted thee, and thou hast said in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me. Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know.
And that's being prideful to think that this place ain't gonna ever be taken down. What happened to Nebuchadnezzar when he was being prideful? He's like, look at all this that I've done, and I'm so great. And what happened? The Lord turned his ass to a fucking beast.
Yeah.
He gave him the mind of a beast.
Yep.
All right, and humbled him. Hey, this place is gonna get humbled. All right, it's gonna get turned into a wilderness for the beast. Desert creatures.
Well, the thing is, the reason, and I speak as a man, but it's according to the scriptures. And the reason why the Lord did that, I mean, just to sum it up, because it's the first law. It says the beginning of wisdom is, I believe, is fear. So he had to fear the Most High. So the Lord, since the fact he didn't fear the Most High, the Lord took all understanding from him and made him as a beast. Because even King David had said that. I was as a beast before thee. And that's what these people are ultimately going to turn into, man, because they don't have the fear of the Father.
It says, stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be, thou shalt be able to profit. If so be, thou mayest prevail. All right, and the final enchantment is going to be that seed to the HIP, in which they're going to mark these people like you do a cattle. You brand the cattle, and they put paint on whatever to identify whose property they are.
A little teeny tiny silicone chip is what they're saying now. To make it seem like it's nothing super great. Nobody, we're tracking you. Nobody's trying to track you. Plus the cell phones are tracking you. You might as well take it, man.
Right. That's why they got all the new stores. They got that, man. It's RFID readers in the ceiling.
We don't accept cash.
Yep, Walmart, they got the line. Well, if you have this app on your phone, you can go to this line.
Yep.
Otherwise, you can't.
The advanced line.
Then eventually,
Express.
you gotta have this RFID tag in you, so we can get a biometric analysis. Because of COVID-19, we want to make sure, whatever. Yeah.
You still can't say the word.
Oh, it's a lot. Okay, God, we can't say that yet. It says, thou art weary in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. All right, behold, they shall be as stubble, the fire shall burn them, they shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it. Thus shall they be unto thee, with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants from thy youth. They shall wander every one to his quarter, none shall save them. Right? And ultimately, we know the scriptures say everybody's gonna flee to their own land.
Yep.
All right, and then destruction is gonna be imminent. All right, this place is gonna get real hot, real fast. All right, it's gonna stay with smoke going up for a long time.
That's right.
All right, how the fuck? Wait a minute, like the brother said, you can't say that word, which we know you can't say it on YouTube. But why not? Where did it go? It just all disappeared now. It used to be you couldn't go out, to the store after a certain time and all this other shit.
Too close, guys.
Right. You can't stand too close. What happened? Yeah, what happened?
It's place. It went on vacation.
Come on, man. The greatest fucking disease and this great event that happened, and all of a sudden the shit just up and disappeared.
It's on vacation.
Even though we never took the. Never mind. Never done. All right. But that's it, man. That's why. Because they want, and now you have people actually dropping dead, and that's an enchantment right there. People are actually dropping dead because of that shit. They have evidence because of it. But
go to in Revelation 18. It says there's sorcery. And get that word sorcery in the blue letter.
This is Revelation 18.
It says no more with their sorceries. It's in Revelation 18. It talks about they're no more their sorceries.
My hand is cold. Okay, verse 23. It says, "In the light of the candle, and the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee, and the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee. For thy merchants were the great men of the earth, for by thy sorceries were all nations deceived."
Right, there's sorcery. We're gonna look up that word sorcery. Blue letter.
There it is. Sorcery, pharmakeia.
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 And what is that? It goes to their drugs, their prescription medications.
Yep.
You know?
This used to be a CVS.
The use or the administering of drugs,
So,
poisonings,
poisoning.
sorcery, magical arts,
What is Esau hitting the people with his serpent juice?
deceptions.
What's
And
that?
it's a deception.
Damn.
Get the juice and you will be fine. And then here it is. These motherfuckers who took the juice dropped dead.
What's that movie that just came out?
Get that.
Macbeth. And that's what the witches they were doing. They're making a brew.
Yeah.
Liver
That Walgreens pot logo.
of a blaspheming Jew.
Yeah, that's actually how they make up those, the VAX. That's how they make those. They basically take
It's a
parts of
brew.
it.
Child
Yep.
feeding.
They take animal parts. And
Oh shit, the phone died. Alright. I'll read that. We'll get ready to close out. We'll close out on that.
O Timothy, this is 1 Timothy 6:20. O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust, avoiding profane and vain babblings and oppositions of science, falsely so called.
Right, Esau's science, his so-called science, we ain't, that's why the scriptures say to put on the whole armor of God so that you don't be deceived, or it goes into the wiles of the devil, the trickery. We know Satan is like a roaring lion seeking who he may devour. And he uses his science, his so-called science, and media his so-called science and his television to tell his vision and lie to the people. Right? He's ultimately a sorcerer. He's a high-level wizard.
Always lying.
Using his drug, his pharmacy, his drugs, his prescriptions to keep the people docile. The food
is a drug.
Yup.
As well.
And that's a drug too. Everything.
Right. Harry Potter, that was one of the, they had like different classes. They had dark magic, potions. Yeah, they showed the different things that the witches do.
Go ahead, get that, Job.
This is Job 13:4. But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value.
Yep. Esau's a liar and the father of it.
Yep.
So ain't nothing profitable gonna come from the devil. Look at his shirt. He got the devil on the shirt. Yeah, that's who you are.
That's that Krampus demon.
That's Krampus?
Yeah, that's Krampus.
See? Hey, that's Christmas for you.
That's a child in the basket.
But what is he gonna do with the child?
Oh, so Krampus is the one that takes the bad kids and punishes them. Santa rewards the good kids.
Oh, okay.
As the fable goes.
So isn't that kind of labeled as pedophilia?
But it's not for all that.
No.
From the Bible, you sure?
No, it's a Slavic tradition.
Yeah, but the Slavic tradition still come from another folklore.
Yeah. Gentlemen, have a good day.
Take it easy. See, there you go. The devil had the devil on the shirt.
And it was riddled in pedophilia too, man.
Yeah, he was stealing the boy.
That's riddled in nothing but pedophilia. Punish a small child. What would you call it? Somebody who
Kidnapped. He got kidnapped.
You're kidnapping a child. You're beating on them.
Punishing them.
That's how it was. What was that movie? With Ethan Hawke. It's a new movie that just came out. Something I think it's called Phone or something.
Oh, Black
Phone.
something.
Black Phone. I think it's
Black something.
It's Black Phone. And basically that's the same mask he had.
He would steal the kids.
He was kidnapping kids, and they all had a certain look. And they did the same thing. They had to be rebellious. He couldn't punish them if they didn't try to rebel and escape or do some weird shit. That's why the last one he lasted the longest, because he was cooperative.
You just killed the movie. I don't hear it. Say spoiler alert next time, so I can go like la la la.
My bad.
We're gonna with that, how Ratazah, this was edifying. So next time we're gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashuk, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Rakakadash. All right, till next time, Shalom and the Bible Ball.
Bible ball.